They don't show up on your map. They have no seat at the United Nations. And yet, these ghost countries have passports, governments, armies, even banks. Welcome to the hidden world of nations that officially don't exist, but unofficially control more than you think. From sea forts that claim sovereignty, to artificial islands controlling digital currencies, to backyard governments that attract millions in tourism and taxes. This is a story of mystery, money, and the myth of legitimacy. Let's begin with what the world calls non-recognized states. Transnistria, a narrow strip of land between Moldova and Ukraine. It has its own flag, military, even currency. But no one on the planet, not even Russia, officially admits it exists. Then there's Sealand, a rusty sea platform off the coast of England. Just one family lives there, yet it claims sovereignty and even sells royal titles online. Liberland, an unclaimed patch of land between Croatia and Serbia. Founded by a libertarian, it issues e-visas, passports, and promises absolute freedom. Or Hutt River Province, an Australian farmer declared independence to protest taxes. For decades, tourists visited his micronation, bought fake currency, and saluted his royal guards. They might sound absurd, but some of them are richer, safer, and more influential than small, real countries. So why do they matter? Because power doesn't always come from recognition. Sometimes it comes from being overlooked. Transnistria is a global hub for illicit arms trade. Sealand once hosted pirate radio and data havens free from government surveillance. Liberland attracts crypto investors looking for digital utopias. And many of these ghost states don't follow international law, which means they become hotspots for shell companies, underground banks, and gray market tech. When the world ignores a country, it also ignores what happens inside. And in that darkness comes influence. Some of the biggest data leaks and financial operations in history trace back to addresses in countries that don't technically exist. Now, what if I told you these fake countries were making real money? The Hutt River Province charged tourists for visas, passports, even stamps. It made over $5 million in its heyday and never paid Australian taxes. Sealand sold noble titles for hundreds of dollars each. People bought them for fun, but combined, millions in revenue. Liberland's currency is digital. Its residents number in the hundreds of thousands, despite having no infrastructure. But the real value is attention. Once the media catches on, these places become legends, museums, souvenirs, documentaries, and in some cases, offshore businesses. And in an age where identity is digital, a nation can exist without land, just code, myth, and marketing. But who really owns these ghost nations? In many cases, the founders are elusive. Some are political exiles, others are billionaires or even former intelligence agents. And behind their tiny governments are big networks. A few operate under secretive trusts. Others are backed by crypto billionaires. Some even receive indirect support from larger countries who benefit from the legal gray zone. It's a game of unofficial diplomacy, quiet meetings, untraceable favors. Micronations have offered citizenship to hackers, safe haven to whistleblowers, and hosted servers that hold the darkest corners of the internet. And yet, they're legal because no law says what they are. They're the loopholes of global order. And sometimes they're the testing ground for what comes next. These places raise one of the strangest psychological questions of modern times. What makes a country real? Is it land, borders, a flag, or is it belief? People live entire lives in unrecognized countries. Children are born there. Economies run there. Even wars are fought and forgotten. Some create micronations to protest taxes, others to escape the system. Some do it just to prove they can. In the age of digital identity, what stops anyone from declaring sovereignty on a server, or a blockchain, or an island of servers floating offshore? Maybe the world's next revolution won't be fought with armies, but with documents, software, and stories. The idea of a nation is no longer a place. It's becoming a platform. So next time someone tells you a country isn't real, ask them, real to who? Because while politicians argue over borders, micronations print passports, sell land, and sign treaties in the shadows. Maybe power isn't about recognition. Maybe power is about action, done quietly. And maybe the most powerful nations are the ones you've never even heard of. If you found this eye-opening, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more visual deep dives into the strange, the hidden, and the untold.